my channel, so this video is going to be very different from what I normally post. I don't ever post these kinds of video, and honestly this is probably going to be the first and last kind of video like this I post. I'm only doing this because when I posted this so I made this like barbecue chicken and shrimp type of pizza on a flatbread, and I posted it up on Instagram. Everyone was like, oh my god, where is this? Where can I go and buy this? Like, they legit thought that like I went to a restaurant, but I actually made it myself. So after I told you guys that I made it, everyone was like, oh my god, can you please show us how you made it and tell us the directions so you know they can make it themselves. So that's why I'm doing this video. So let's just kind of get started. Before I even do anything, listen, this is just a disclaimer. I do not cook very often. I am not a big cook or anything like that. So please do not come for me. I'm just showing you guys how I made it, okay? So I have gone ahead and preheated my oven to 425-degree Fahrenheit. So that's something you really want to do before you start anything. But let's move on to kind of preparing the meat. You can use any meat that you like. I'm more of like a chicken and shrimp type of person, and that's how I made it. So in a bowl here, I have already prepared, cleaned, and cut breast chicken. I cut them in like medium to small sizes. I'm more on like the medium size. I like big chunks of chicken, not like the small ones. And for the shrimp, I took off the tail, took off the shell, and peeled the back and make sure everything was clean. So the way I season this is I just take some salt, not too much. Take a little bit of black pepper. When you're like seasoning up meat for like soup or pizza or anything like this, I say the less seasoning is the better, because it just kind of overpowers it. I know Guyanese people, West Indian people I should say, we love to over season our food just because it tastes better that way, but less is more when it comes to things like this. So salt and pepper, and then I'm going to take a little bit of barbecue sauce. This is the Hickory Smoke Barbecue Sauce and Dip. You don't need a lot of this, just put a little bit. And then I like to put a little bit of pepper sauce. This is not the regular pepper sauce you go to the grocery store and buy. This is the pepper sauce your mom goes back home, makes, freezes, and bring back to New York because it's that good. So if you don't want like it to be too spicy, don't put a lot. But I love this because it gives it a little bit of a kick, but it also has a really nice flavor. So I put about, I don't know, this much of it in a bowl. Again, if you want more, you can totally put more. Let me get another spoon here though. Last thing that I put in here to season it is, I think, my secret weapon, which is butter. I put a little bit of the Smart Balanced butter. This is not too like crazy like if you were to put like margarine butter inside, and I don't put a lot. I think a little bit of butter, about this much, goes a really long way. So once I have all of that in, I'm just going to, this is kind of what it looks like, just mix this in. So this is what it looks like in here. So I'm just going to actually leave this to sit for like a good 5, maybe 10 minutes. It doesn't take a real long time for the seasoning to soak up. I'm going to work a little bit on the pizza bread, which you guys see at the back here. So I'm going to move you guys. So I have a baking tray here lined with parchment paper. I love to use parchment paper or like aluminum foil because it's just really easy cleanup for me when I'm done. Pick up the parchment paper, throw it away, and kind of just wash the pan really quickly. Easy cleanup, and it doesn't take a really long time. So I have my flatbread here. So I'm going to show you guys the one that I use. This is the StoneFire Artisan flatbread. This comes with 2 flatbreads inside. If you want to make your own pizza dough, that would be really fun. It's really easy to make pizza dough, so don't think it's like anything like difficult, but the flatbread is just really easy, and again, it just cuts down on the time if you don't have the time to like sit there and let the pizza dough rise and all that kind of stuff. So what I really like about this is that it actually has the directions, the baking directions on the back. So if you wanted to have like more of a soft crust, crispy crust, and pizza stove and all that kind of stuff, it tells you the time and all of that. So I'm going to take my barbecue sauce here and just spread it on the flatbread and just kind of spread this out as evenly as possible. If you like a lot of barbecue sauce, totally put more. I say less is more, but again, if you like more, customize it to whatever your little heart desires. I'm going to now put my first layer of cheese. This is the 4-cheese Mexican blend. Again, I do about a couple layers of cheese just because this makes it taste a little bit better. So I'm just going to kind of, again, evenly spread this all over. I I have a skillet here heating up on like medium to low heat. I'm going to put the tiniest amount of olive oil in the pan. You don't need a lot. I just want a little bit so that the meat actually has something to kind of fry up in. So I'm going to first cook the chicken and then do the shrimp secondly, because chicken and shrimp cook very, very differently. The shrimp will cook really, really fast, so that's why I like to do it in separate batches. And you know it's done when you kind of cut in between the middle and you see no raw meat. So the chicken is done. I'm going to immediately take the chicken and just spread it right on top of the cheese. And again, just make sure it's nice and spread out so everywhere has a bite of chicken. While the shrimp is cooking, I'm going to put a layer of baby spinach on here. If you don't like spinach, you don't have to do this, but I love spinach. I've already washed and rinsed these out. This is also a really good way to trick your kids into eating spinach, you know, because it's covered in barbecue sauce. And once the shrimp is done, we're just going to place this right on top. Last thing to do is go in with another layer of cheese. Again, this is the same cheese that I use. And just sprinkle this right on top. Alright, so this is what it looks like before baked. I'm going to put this in the oven and I'm going to bake it for 7 minutes, no more, no less. And you're all done. And I'll show you guys what it looks like after. In all of its glory. I know you guys are going to want to see me eat this, but it's like flaming hot at the moment, so you guys got to give me a second. So again, this literally took me like 15 minutes top to make the entire thing, and again, it is really, really hefty. Like if I have one slice, 1.5 slice of this, like I'm really, really full because it's such a hefty, meaty pizza. So if you guys do make this, please tag me on Instagram. The link is down below. And please let me know if you do, because I would love to know what your thoughts are. What additional things would you put on your pizza? You can like really play around with this if you want mushrooms, bell peppers, onions, things like that. But I just used what I had in my fridge. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye! Alright, this is probably going to be like in the bloopers of me eating this because this shit is hot. Give me a second. I'm like trying to cut it. Hold on. Ugh. If you guys are making it at home with me, cheers. It's really hot. Bye guys!
I need it all again.